Introduction to OSHA. What is OSHA? Occupational Safety and Health Administration, responsible for worker safety and health protection. Is there a need for OSHA? Each year, nearly 6,000 workplace fatalities, 50,000 deaths from workplace-related illnesses, 5.7 non-fatal workplace injuries. Injuries alone cost U.S. businesses over $125 billion. Has OSHA made a difference? Yes. Since 1970, OSHA has helped to cut the work-related fatality rate in half, worked with employers and employees to reduce workplace injuries and illnesses by 40%, virtually eliminated brown lung disease in the textile industry, and reduced trenching and excavation fatalities by 35%. What does OSHA do? Encourages employers and employees to reduce workplace hazards and implement new or improve existing safety and health programs. Develops and enforces mandatory job safety and health standards. Maintains a reporting and record-keeping system to monitor job-related injuries and illnesses. Provides assistance, training, and other support programs to help employers and workers. Who is covered by the OSHA Act? Most private sector employees. Coverage is provided directly by federal OSHA or through an OSHA-approved state program. Does not cover the self-employed or immediate members of farm families that do not employ outside workers. OSHA standards. OSHA develops and enforces standards that employers must follow. Where OSHA does not have standards, employers are responsible for following OSHA Act's General Duty Clause. States with OSHA-approved programs must set standards at least as effective as federal standards. What does OSHA require? Determine which standards apply to your workplace. Follow the OSHA standards and requirements. Record keeping and reporting. Employers of 11 or more employees must maintain records of occupational injuries and illnesses. All employers must display the OSHA poster and report to OSHA within 8 hours any accidents that result in a fatality or inpatient hospitalization of 3 or more employees. Record-keeping forms maintained on a calendar year basis. Summary of records for the previous year must be posted from February through April. What are workers' responsibilities? Read the OSHA poster. Follow the employer's safety and health rules and wear or use all required gear and equipment. Follow safe work practices for your job, as directed by your employer. Report hazardous conditions to a supervisor or safety committee. Report hazardous conditions to OSHA if employers do not fix them. Cooperate with OSHA inspectors. See OSHA Workers web page for more information. What are workers' rights? Identify and correct problems in their workplaces, working with their employers whenever possible. Complain to OSHA about workplace conditions threatening their health or safety in person, by telephone, by fax, by mail, or electronically through OSHA's website. Section 11C of the OSHA Act gives workers the right to seek safe and helpful conditions on their job without being disciplined or fired. Slide 13, OSHA's Workers page. Example of the website is shown below. What are employers' rights and responsibilities? Employers must provide a safe and helpful workplace, free of recognized harm, and follow the OSHA standards. The OSHA Act grants employers important rights, particularly during and after an OSHA inspection. Employers must provide training, medical examinations, and record keeping. Competent person in construction. A person who knows the right standard, can identify hazards in the operation, and is designated by the employer and has the authority to take appropriate action. Competent person is found in many standards. Some standards set specific requirements for the competent person. Workplace inspections. Establishments covered by the OSHA Act are subject to inspections by OSHA, compliance safety, and health officers. Most inspections are conducted without advance notice. What types of hazards are addressed in standards? Electrical, cranes, falls, excavation, scaffolding, machines, stairways and ladders, chemical. Employers may qualify for focused inspection. Has to meet certain conditions. Inspector will focus on these 4 hazard areas: falls, struck by, caught in between, electrical. Inspection process. CSHO displays official credentials. Opening conference. Walk-around inspection. Closing conference. Conducting the walk-around inspection. CSHO and accompanying representative, employer and employee, inspect the establishment for potentially hazardous working conditions. CSHO discusses possible corrective action with the employer. CSHO may consult at times privately with employees. What happens after an OSHA inspection? OSHA may or may not issue citations. Citations inform employers and employees of the regulations and standards allegedly violated and of the proposed time for abatement. Employer must post a copy of each citation at or near place where violation occurred for 3 days or until violation is corrected, whichever is longer. Sources of assistance. OSHA website, www.osha.gov. Consultation assistance. Federal and state area offices. Speakers, publications, audiovisual aids, technical advice. Training and education. OSHA Training Institute, OTI, and the OTI Education Centers. OSHA Outreach Training Program. OSHA Office of State Programs. Voluntary Protection Programs. OSHA website, www.osha.gov. About OSHA. Events, what's new. Compliance, assistance, regulations, directives, consultation, e-tools, training. Cooperative Programs, VPP, Partnerships. Newsrooms, Publications, New Releases, Safety/Health Topics, Technical Links to various topics. Statistics, Inspection, Data, BLS Survey Link. Where to get OSHA standards? Federal Registry in public libraries or at GPO website. CD-ROM subscription through U.S. Government Printing Office, GPO. Code of Federal Regulations, CFR, in public libraries and through the GPO. OSHA website /OSHA. Standards, Interpretations, Directives, www.osha.gov. Consultation assistance, provided at no cost. Developed for smaller employers with more hazardous operations. Delivered by state government agencies or universities employing professional safety and health consultants. No penalties are proposed or citations issued. Possible violations of OSHA standards are not reported to OSHA enforcement staff unless employers fail to eliminate or control any serious hazards or imminent danger. OSHA Emergency Hotline, 1-800-321-OSHA. Report workplace safety or health fatalities or hospitalization of 3 or more employees. Report a workplace hazard. File a complaint about a workplace hazard. Request information on OSHA. Request an OSHA publication. Summary. OSHA helps save lives and prevents injuries. OSHA balances a cooperative approach with traditional enforcement. OSHA standards are the enforceable requirements for worker safety and health. Inspections are OSHA's way to ensure compliance. OSHA offers various means of assistance. This completes the introduction to OSHA.